After 5 weeks bumping from city to city, camping in a car park, in the rain, on people's driveways, we were finally off to explore a place that we've never been. A tiny coastal village 75 kilometres from the nearest state highway. The closest supermarket is in Dannevirke, itself a pretty small inland town, but where is this place? Akitio, on the coast way out east. The best feeling was we felt like we had gone back in time, back to a simple New Zealand, chasing the lifestyle of simplicity that we've grown to love, along with the peacefulness and the quiet. We can't wait to share our time exploring and playing in this area with you, but this is just the intro. Now to the start of our adventure to Akitio.
Hey everybody, welcome to winter. She's a bit fresh today, but we are heading out to a spot I've never been to. I've even been asking people, have you ever been there? And I have not found anyone that's been out to Akitio Beach. So that is 74 kilometres from here, from Dannevirke, which is itself a very quiet little town. A lot of people talk about how isolated the South Island is, but this is nothing for 74 kilometres out to the coast. It's a village that only has about 30 permanent residents, and I'm really looking forward to going somewhere remote and isolated. Hopefully we'll be able to get in the water and go for a dive if the sea's not too rough. We've just had that big Arctic southerly that's kind of come through and dropped a bit of snow up on the mountains. So we're going to hook up the truck to the caravan and we're going to head on out. And if you're new here, we are the Leopards, and our family's been on the road full time for coming up 20 months now. Oh, can't believe it. But anyway, let's go.
Somewhere far the birds are flying. Someplace there on feathered wings. 100 worlds I could get lost in. Where you are is where I wanna be. There's always something around the corner, something more to be found. And I'm sure the coasts of California are beautiful right now. And New York sky shines so bright, but to tell you the truth, honey, I just wanna call home to you. Honey, I just wanna call home to you. Honey, I just wanna call.
Sweet, we have arrived. It's definitely pretty fresh out here, Soph.
I'm so cold.
Yeah, it's a bit of that southerly breeze is still coming through. It's only going to get warmer though. But yeah, you can freedom camp along here. It's only recently open to freedom camping, so you will see signs if you look on the apps saying no camping here, or you got a no camping on the esplanade. But we're gonna get level and relax and enjoy. But we've got a sign here, right here. Man, I am so stoked about this spot. What a find. This place would be so epic in the summertime. There are holiday homes right opposite us, but they've all got their curtains pulled because they're holiday homes, and this is definitely way off the holiday season. But looking forward to exploring this place with you all. Well, we've been for a little bit of a wander down the beach. We've checked out the reef behind us, but the waves are quite rough, so I think the water's a bit higher, and With the wind chill, we thought we'll just wait till we get our snorkels on and our wetsuits and go out for a proper look, because it's just a bit fresh. We're here for a few nights anyway. Toby's just going to get this fire going, so he's in his element. And tonight I've just seen that there's a big aurora alert, but I think we're completely in the wrong spot. Apparently you might be able to see it over the whole of New Zealand, but I might put a time lapse up. We're looking southeast maybe. I'm not very good with my directions. Leave that one to Soph. But I think tomorrow, yeah, we'll head out for a dive, gonna light a fire. It's been nice to just chill out here. Not a lot happening. It's great, it's just what we wanted. Right, Toby, tell us about your fire, bro.
I just got it going. That stuff there burns real good. Okay. Luckily, we're right across the road from the fire station, just there.
After an extended period of time with people, it felt like we had returned home, back to our own space. This was just what we needed.
Whoa, what a night last night seeing the aurora. Man, I never thought I'd see it in my whole life, let alone see it in the North Island. It's great seeing it in the South Island. Cracking day here today. Hopefully today's the day we can get out for a dive.
It's Mother's Day today, so we're making cooked breakfast because Mum wanted that for her breakfast. And I'm just cooking bacon. Oh.
What about what's in here?
And there's hash browns in here. Jay cooked them.
Now Toby, what are you doing?
Making pancakes.
For who?
Me.
You're making your own pancakes.
Right.
The kids have done this entirely on their own. We have not. We've been outside drinking coffee. We've left them to it. They've done a pretty good job, I reckon. Our children do pretty good with the cooking. They definitely haven't always been like master chefs. We've let them make some mistakes. We've let them figure it out, make a mess, which sometimes takes a while to clean up. But they're so efficient at it now. They're good at tidying up after themselves as well. It's just all a part of the learning process. But even Riley now, she knows she wants the beans reheated, so they're getting a bit of a reheat. And look at Toby's awesome pancakes. He made them from scratch, all on his own. No one helped you, did they?
No, just Dad, he poured two.
Did you peg me?
I got you first. I got
What a winner.
Toby and Sophie play the pig game, or everyone plays the pig game. Toby pegged Sophie. Oh, got him, Sophie.
You got me. You got me.
Look at these kids doing such a great job of looking after their mum and
Yeah,
making her day special.
So good. These kids should be proud of us.
Oh, when you're next to me, everything stands alone in time. Forever's not long enough to have
diving over there somewhere, and we're gonna see if we can find some legal power.
You think it's going to be cold, Tabes?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've met one of the a guy. They've got a family holiday home out here. He's been coming here since he was a baby, so he's going to come out too with his kids. I think we'll go and have a look. It's pretty crisp. It's only probably about 12 degrees out here. Water temperature's probably warmer. I've got this little trusty GoPro thanks to Red Dragon. They hooked me up when my other GoPro died in Kaikoura last year. This one seems to be getting a bit of water behind the lens when it goes in the water now. This is the only GoPro I have, so it's or the only GoPro I use, so it does get a lot of use. I think it might be time for an upgrade, but we'll take this old trusty GoPro 7 out into the water.
I wasn't feeling overly hopeful about getting any power out here, but I really missed being in the water, and we were hoping there would be something at least cool to see. It's also good to be able to build up the kids' confidence in the water. This reef is very safe for exploring. It's pretty rough out on the edges today though, but Riley was in her element, searching for power, and she even found an octopus. I'm very keen on protecting the New Zealand fishery and taking the right size and limits. If you're interested in diving, grab a power knife from a local hunting and fishing shop. They cost about $10, and because power need to be 125mm or over, and underwater they look deceptively bigger. Using a knife or other sharp instruments can kill power as well, because once they get cut they will bleed to death. So using a blunt tool with a measurement on it is the best way to go. It helps to remove them safely, but it also gives you a better idea of which ones are big enough to check for size. Plus, once these things get touched, they grip on real hard to those rocks. Once we got out a bit further, we did see a lot more power, but we were getting smashed around by the waves. It was a lot of work to find ones that were big enough, but so much fun. And often, if you did see one that looked big enough, a wave would come and move you away before you'd have a chance to flick it off the rock. This area also has some keen locals who want to protect this area. They come with a GoPro and they video your catch and measure them to make sure you are within the limits. This was really good to see, because power take around 3 to 5 years to get to legal size, so this is a resource that can be destroyed by greedy people, and we've definitely seen it all over New Zealand. This was the first time that I've been checked for legal limits as well.
Cool, well we just got back from a dive. I'm glad the sun's come out. Hopefully the footage in the water came out alright, but we just 2 power is all I found. There was a lot to see in there, but most of it was undersized. I think if the ocean's calm, it's pretty good out on the other side of the reef. Also, the first time I've been checked for size. The camp manager at the commercial camp down the end there came and checked us, kept us honest, and but that was good because we were honest.
So there is a commercial campground here with filled facilities as well, if anyone's interested in venturing out this way. Prices are around $30 for 2 people on a powered site, which is pretty cheap, and kids are $10 each. They have a little shop on site as well.
I'm often surprised by places like this. So you come out into the boondocks, or boondocks for New Zealand anyway, 75 kilometres from a small town, and they've got good rubbish, they've got recycling, toilet block. Like, what a great little spot to come out to. It is pretty out the way for a lot of people, especially if you're short on time. There's so many options of places to camp, but yeah, it's obviously costs quite a bit to come out and collect all that recycling and rubbish out here, but it's so handy for us. Good morning everybody, it's a beautiful day here. Today we're going to ditch the caravan and we're going to head back up the road the way that we came. There's a spot called the Waihi Falls, so we're going to go and check that out for our morning activities. So nice here. Although it's a bit of a drive out here, this is the first time I've used the truck for a few days, so you do save a bit of fuel when you come out somewhere isolated like this. I won't show you the drive out there because you've already seen it. It's the same drive to get here. Alright, we'll see you at the waterfalls. Cool, well we made it. That was quite an adventurous drive. It is a road from where we're camping, it says not to have any heavy vehicles. Definitely wouldn't want a caravan on there. But it's just a short walk. It says it's steep, but we'll go and find out.
So there's more than one way to get here. The Google way is tar sealed minus the last few kilometres. We took the most direct way, which Google didn't even show. You wouldn't want to take a caravan over this track, but was sweet with the truck. You can see it's a pretty windy road to get out here if you come this way. But you can also free camp at this car park.
I wanna dream without pretending. I wanna wake and not forget.
Wow, what a beautiful waterfall. There's not much water in it. I don't know if it ever has much water in it. We're kind of in the middle of nowhere.
Whispering words into the waves with secrets that I swore I would keep. Holding my breath, hiding down there in the deep. What do I do? Wide-eyed as
What a beautiful waterfall. The kids wish that they brought their togs, but I think that it might be a little bit cold for swimming in there. But awesome spot.
I wanna wake and not forget.
Because it's now getting close to winter, we really enjoy our pumpkin soup. Our problem is we don't really have a very big pot to make soup in. We've only got, this is our biggest pot, which is about 2 litres. So my plan is I'm going to make a small pumpkin soup. We might actually buy a proper soup pot that we can just leave under our bed. It'll just take up too much space under the sink for those days when we do feel like having soup. But tonight we're going to have some pumpkin and kumara soup, and I'm going to make some like Mexican black bean fritters to go with it, and I'm making some fresh bread too, so it should be a good spread for dinner tonight.
So like every meal we cook in our house or caravan, there are no recipes. I just dumped some flour in a bowl, grabbed out the mixed herbs because yum, also a bit of brown sugar for the yeast to eat. And in a pot I had a tablespoon of yeast with some warm water and another spoon of sugar to activate the yeast. Then I began to mix it up into a bit of a dough. Now this blue bowl has a story from this oven, and I'm going to put a link up there if you haven't seen it. But the dough was in the oven to rise, but the oven had a little warm up first because bread needs some warm air to help it rise.
Oh, poor bowl. Right. Sweet, well our dough rised and I've just kneaded it a little bit, and I put some onions in there, some finely sliced onions. Going to mix it in and maybe that'll be yum. We'll always like experimenting with food around here.
Once we mushed in those onions, we split it into two, put it on the roasting pans and tried to spread it out a bit, and then back into the oven to rise for a couple of hours before we'd bake it properly.
Cool, well I have spread the bread onto 2 trays. Like, this is like rough as guts bread making, but hopefully it comes out alright. We'll let it rise and we'll see.
After a couple of hours in the warm oven, this random batch of onion bread was looking pretty epic. Time to bake it and crack open a can of coconut cream to make that soup nice and creamy, and then to get our black bean patties going. Just 3 cans, lentils, black beans and corn, 1 egg and some flour with a taco seasoning sachet. Fry them like pancakes and then boom, how good is that baked bread looking?
So far, this is the longest thing.
Alright, it gets a bit confusing trying to record this, so here's our fritters. I'll show you at the end when it's all finished. Fritters, soup, oh it looks so good. And our fresh bread, yum.
Definitely a really good feast on a nice cold winter's day. Also, I think we chucked a bit of sour cream in there.
Alright, I'm too concentrated now to finish this dinner, so this is what it looks like. Bread, fritters, good stuff.
Pals.
I feel like you've said this so many times.
Oh.
Bread, fritters, soup.
Whoa.
So many critics in this family, gosh.
Oh, you're so appreciated, my king. I love you.
I know, I've been cooking this lunch since like 11:30 this morning, this dinner since 11:30 this morning, 6:15, and that's what I get. Oh, I've said it so many times.
Now you can go.
Well team, that's us for this episode. We hope you enjoyed Akitio with us, and we'll see you in the next episode.
I've seen the stars on the ocean, and fields of grass beneath the blue. I've heard the song